Yes, my treasure. Come here. I've had a fine afternoon with my subjects. They treated me to a most sumptuous lunch. Honeyed chicken with garden spices, and more of that wonderful mead, like drinking summer sunshine. It's no whole roasted oxen, but it will do. For now. No, I took my mortal form for the meal. Otherwise they would need to roast every chicken in the village just to fill my belly. Quaint how there were no poisons lurking in the meal. So different from the unseelie, these humble folk. I get the impression that this group wouldn't dream of playing such frightening banquet games. And so easily dazzled. It was fun watching their reactions while they ate. In the Summerlands, every jewel in your mask and stitch in your attire sends a message, and that message can change depending on so many things. Some partygoer can arrive at a ball wearing a perfectly charming spring ensemble, only to learn that some fop expressed distaste for that particular shade of sage green a week ago. Suddenly, the poor soul learns everyone at the event has been secretly laughing at them the entire evening. It never happened to me, of course, but I've seen it so many times. It can be difficult to keep up with everything if you're not used to it. But here, I can walk about unmasked and wear whatever fashion I please, and the villagers look upon me as though I were a godling visiting from heaven. Here, hold still a moment. I wish to lie upon my back. Good. There you go. Sprawl on my belly. Now the sun can warm us both. My subjects played me music while they brought me more of their honey gifts. Some silly little folk song about telling the bees of my generosity. There was one line that made me chuckle. Some apology about their being poverty-stricken, but how thoughtful I was to accept their sweet gold instead. I'm sure they're aware that honey is no substitute for coin, but like the meal, it will suffice, especially when they're so innovative with their little gifts. They gave me more of those charming candles, jars of autumn pears preserved in honey and cinnamon, and one of the would-be town beauties presented me with a special beeswax hair balm that I look forward to using the next time I bathe. I believe there is even an artisan or two who are hard at work capturing my likeness in a large wall hanging. I wonder if it will be finished by my next visit. Once the gifts and dining were done with, I decided I wanted to nap in the sun and sent them away. I think they're off planting seeds or something. Oh, and the crops are perfectly healthy, by the way. Not a single tendril of blight to be found anywhere. I hear tell they were able to make excellent use of their enchanted plates as well. Once they had enough to feed themselves with, they conjured rare spices and delicacies to trade with a passing caravan. I sort of stopped listening after a while, but it pleases me to know they are starting to recover from their ordeals. Did you enjoy visiting your parents? I see they gave you new clothes. I can imagine it will take more than one visit for you to tell them of all the sights you've seen. pleased to hear the ill luck curse wasn't lifted in time to keep your father from breaking his leg. If your family needs anything while he heals, please let them know they are allowed to ask. I will do what I can for them. Yes, really. They are my subjects, and they are the parents of my treasure. This grants them certain privileges. Still, it's a relief to know Nary's petty little jinxes are gone, along with the blight. Luck magic is tricky, or so I've heard it said, and I hardly trust a bunch of spoiled, unseelie brats to wield it safely or accurately. Speaking of which, I believe I owe Nary a thorough trouncing. I suppose I shouldn't put it off any longer. It's becoming close to the hour he said he would arrive. You naughty thing, tempting me so. As much as I would love to continue sun-napping with you, I should get this absurd hunt over with. Hop off now, pet.
Your portal, my treasure. Yes, I'm quite sure you shouldn't hide in the forest and watch me. As amusing as it would be to entertain you that way, I don't trust Nary to play fairly. You'll be safer in the cave. I know how worried this has made you. I'll be sure to make him suffer for it. Have a bath while I'm gone. Take your time. Use my favorite scented oils if you wish. Brush your hair until it shines like silk. Then I want you to go to my bedchambers, put on that burgundy robe that I so love on you, and adorn yourself in my finest jewelry. By the time you've done all these things, I should be finished with this nonsense. I'll find you and make you forget that you ever had reason to fret. Go on. I'll be back soon.
Hello, Crumpet!
Don't move. And be silent. Good. Very good. Gods, I can't believe this worked. I mean, of course it worked. I'm a genius. But it was no easy task, sneaking past all those bloody wards he set on his portal. That idiot lizard of yours is down there chasing a copy of me through the mud and muck, and he has no idea he left you completely unprotected. Oh. Now, follow me, please. I have plans for you. Oh, you are going to make excellent bait. Are you actually trying to resist your compulsion? Stop that. I said, come forward. Your body won't like it the longer you ignore my commands, you know? You can feel your head pounding already, can't you? Hear the blood rushing in your ears. Soon, your muscles will start to cramp. Your stomach and bowels will void themselves. You'll start bleeding from your ears and nose. Once, at a dinner party, I witnessed a human's heart explode after he refused to play our game. Took about 5 minutes. Oh, it was messy. He died shrieking. Are you quite sure you want to continue to be difficult? It really isn't wise to test my patience. You'll recall that I promised Reuben I wouldn't touch touch you, that doesn't mean I won't make you regret defying me. Fine, then. Bite your tongue. Oh, Crumpet, does it hurt? Be glad I didn't tell you to bite it off. Now are you going to behave? Nod. You may cease biting your tongue. Now, walk, you obstinate little brat. That's better. He's still out there playing fetch. I suppose that gives me time to ready my little surprise. Walk to the middle of the terrace and sit down. Attempt to reveal my presence, and you will claw out your own eyes. Savvy? Good. Celare. Boo. You can't see me, can you? Glad I spent the extra door keys on that invisibility charm. Now, if my plan was a little different, it might be funny to make you shoot him with my shiny new net launcher. But we mustn't lose the element of surprise. I can't wait to see the look on his face. I think he's fooled around down there for long enough, don't you? Why not get his attention for me, darling? Call out his name. Say nothing else.
Ah, my treasure. You came to wait for me. Ah, that was a merry chase. I left him cowering under a log. Crumpet, what's wrong? What the hell is this? Why is it so heavy?
Caught you, Reuben!
You cheated. You simpering whore.
You'll remember. I said I wanted nothing but you, me, and the mountain. A copy of me still counts as me. I shed my life's blood to create it. And, judging how thoroughly you fell for my trick, he was quite convincing.
You're right. I should have known it wasn't you. He was cowardly, but he showed a modicum of actual intelligence.
You won't wriggle your way out of this one. I have planned this for almost a decade.
It took you that long to think this up? Shooting me with a net? Clever.
That net is more than just a pretty trinket. It was created to capture gods. It will be more than enough to hold you.
You've got to be kidding me.
Oh, believe it. I've thought of everything.
I doubt it.
Your name is engraved on every minuscule strand of enchanted gold that makes up its mesh, so your teeth won't tear it. Your flames won't melt it. Its magic is directly linked to my will. You aren't getting out unless I let you out. Cost me quite a pretty penny, and more than a few favors. But it was worth it to finally bring you to the ground. Don't assume I haven't thought long and hard about all the 1,000 ways I could dispose of you now. But one day I realized something. I don't actually want you gone. What I really need is for you to know your place.
I'm starting to wish you would just kill me. At least then, I wouldn't have to listen to this idiocy.
I think I'll carve a little hunting trophy from you, you know? Something you can't heal or glamour away.
With that ridiculous little blade?
It's Fae-wrought steel, Reuben. It will cut you. Cost me more than the net, if you can believe it. Anyway, I hardly mind if it takes some time to saw at you. I always get what I want eventually. I wonder how much your teeth and claws will sell on the night market. Once I've taken those, I think I'll keep one of your eyes, too, so that all who look upon you at court will remember your loss.
How many times have you rehearsed this? You sound like a poorly written play.
Excuse me?
You heard me. Has no one ever told you how pathetic you sound when you're like this?
Why can't you just admit that I've won?
This is ludicrous. I don't care who won. What in the hells have you done to my mortal? Why can't they move?
Your pet is safe as houses. I didn't touch them even once. I didn't have to. We simply had a pleasant chat, and afterward it was more than happy to lure you to me. Look, it's weeping with joy.
No. Darling, it's not your fault.
Oh, poor thing, it can't answer you. The only word it can speak now is your name. Ask me nicely, and perhaps I'll allow them to beg me not to disfigure you. Oh, but we won't be able to hear you with you curled up in the dirt like that. Come on, Crumpet. Get to your feet. Go on, Ruby. Ask them. Get off me! Watch where you're going, you clumsy little twit! Yeah, What happened to my net? My magic? No! No, this can't be happening! I barely touched your pitiful mortal!
Nary.
They bumped into me! I just caught their fall!
I'm only saying this once. Get out of here before I rip you apart.
I can't open the portal!
Right. You can't so much as snap your fingers to light a candle anymore, can you? Always an ugly consequence, permanently losing one's magic. I'll help you limp away. Just this once. But don't make the mistake of thinking this is mercy, Nary. The others in court are going to eat you alive once news of this gets out.
You rotten lizard!
Did he hurt you? I should have taken his tongue for making you bite yours. I'm relieved you didn't draw blood, at least.
Steady now. My poor love. Did he prattle on for so long that your legs fell asleep? No. Don't you dare blame yourself for this. None of this was your fault. I still can't believe he managed to squirm past my wards. But then again, I wouldn't put it past him to bribe someone to sell me faulty security charms. You did very well. Had you deliberately tried to trick Nary, he would have seen right through you. It was better you did what he asked, as awful as it must have felt. Oh, Crumpet. I never once thought you betrayed me. Not for a second. As tempting as it was to tear him to pieces, I think life will be worse for him this way. A more fitting punishment. He will never be able to wield magic again. Not even simple enchanted items like healing potions or cosmetic glamours. And even I can use those. Oh no, his magic isn't just depleted. It's gone. Forever. There is a reason the Fae are such sticklers for rules and loopholes. Break an established contract, even accidentally, and it's an instant, permanent soul curse. Not even their queen can lift it. Many consider it a fate worse than death. I'm sure he'll put his own twist on today's events and claim that I tricked him. Maybe he'll even attempt a lawsuit. But should I become unpopular in court after today, Perhaps they don't deserve me. I know you've already enjoyed a bath today, but would you like to keep me company while I clean myself up? Yes, you can scrub my back.